And what is going on, everybody? And welcome on into the Jazz Huddle for yet again another postgame report. I am Addison, and the Utah Jazz have improved to 6-1 on the year, defeating the Sacremnto Kings 119 to 113. I can't get my face camera to work; it keeps freezing. So no face cam tonight. Just gave you the generic background, but another solid win for the Utah Jazz in another tight battle against the Sacremnto Kings. Yet we saw against Sacramento in the second game of the year, that was a back and forth game just like tonight was. Over 20 lead changes tonight. In the first game against Sacramento, it was a very tight game all the way up until around 5 minutes to go. And right after 5 minutes to go, when it was a tie ball game, the Utah Jazz went on a late run and won by a final score of 110 to 101. Here tonight, it was almost the same story. It was a 3-point game. The Utah Jazz were up. It was a tie game once again with 5 minutes to go. The Jazz were on top by 3 with 3 minutes to go. And the Kings had a couple of chances to, come back and make a push to send this game to overtime. In fact, it was 115 to 113 after a Royce O'Neal turnover and then had Harrison Barnes 3. But the Utah Jazz were able to overcome all that and come out with a pretty solid victory. They won by 6, 119 to 113. So it's still, comfortably, well, I wouldn't say comfortable, but it's still a solid, nice win for the Utah Jazz, led by two 30-point scores. Donovan Mitchell was on his groove tonight. Donovan Mitchell on the night scored 36 points on 14 of 30 shooting, but it was really the third quarter when Mitchell was just going absolutely beast mode. 17 points in that quarter for Mr. Donovan Mitchell. He also had 8 rebounds and 6 assists on the night. And then let's talk about Mike Conley, who in 30 minutes put up 30 points on 11 of 19 shooting. Not only on 11 of 19 shooting, he shot 6 of 9 from beyond the arc. He was absolutely on a tear from outside tonight. It was just when Mike Conley plays at that level, this Utah Jazz team just becomes so much harder to beat, because when Donovan Mitchell was out, the last couple minutes of the third and the beginning of the fourth quarter, Mike Conley was really in his groove, and Mike Conley was really the guy who separated the game when it was the tie ball game, knocked down 2 straight three-pointers. Those were just 2 of the 6 that he was able to knock down. Mike Conley really showed up tonight. There were a couple of great hustle plays by Royce O'Neal that I was really impressed about. And then let's talk about Mr. Rudy Gobert. Man, 12 points, 20 rebounds. That's his third game this year with 20 rebounds. Now, we're going to forget about the play where, he tried to be Mike Conley and, run the point and turn the ball over to end the first half. But other than that, Rudy Gobert played a phenomenal game. And then someone I really want to get into and, really discuss the struggles of this guy is Jordan Clarkson. This whole year, it's really just been off for JC. 1 of 13 shooting, 0 of 11 for 3. And no, I'm not kidding. Jordan Clarkson, yes, Jordan Clarkson shot 0 of 11 from downtown. He had 2 points. It was on a layup coming in from the right side. 0 of 11 from downtown. Last game ended against the Bucks, ended his streak of 99 games of three-pointers made. Straight games of three-pointers made. That streak is now 2 of not making any. But 0 of 11. My thing is with Jordan Clarkson, and I love Jordan Clarkson, and I know you guys love Jordan Clarkson too, but Jordan Clarkson is a very hit-or-miss guy. When Jordan Clarkson doesn't have his stuff, it's ugly. But the thing with Jordan Clarkson is he shoots a lot of the same shots. And when he's in a slump, what I've noticed over the past couple of years is he doesn't try and switch things up. He keeps it the same, and which in a case you could be good. Well, he's keeping the same routine, and in long term that could be good. But when it's not kicking, like it hasn't all year for Jordan Clarkson except for game 1, there has to be an adjustment, a change that is made. And we haven't seen that yet from Jordan Clarkson. And I'm not worried about it. I truly am not. I think he's going to turn it around. But right now, he's off to a really slow start, and we need to see some sort of adjustment, even if it just starts with not taking 11 threes in the game. How about we see him take 5 threes and a couple more mid-range? Jordan Clarkson has a great floater. How about we see a little more of that floater? Only saw that floater once today, and he missed that floater. The only shot he made was that layup. That's something that has been one of the biggest issues for the Jazz so far has been his slow start. But you know who's not started slow for the Utah Jazz? Hassan Whiteside continues to impress for the Utah Jazz in tonight's game. 9 points along with 12 rebounds. And he had one block. That one block was a nasty block, by the way. A great rejection right there by Hassan Whiteside. And just his energy he brings to the team. You can already see his connection with some of the guys. You know, he's got great chemistry with these teammates. And he just brings such a greater presence than Derek Favors did last year. And don't get me wrong, I love Derek Favors, but Hassan Whiteside, and especially showing it throughout these first couple of games, Hassan Whiteside's really showing why he was a valuable pickup from none other than the Sacremento Kings last offseason. Only saw a little bit of Jared Butler today. He had 3 points on 1 of 3 shooting. And the Kings had an okay game. Buddy Hield's unbelievable. I'm just going to start right there. Buddy Hield's unbelievable. 19 points, 5 of 7 from downtown. His 3-point shooting, it's unbelievable. Davion Mitchell didn't play as good of defense on Donovan Mitchell tonight as he did in Game 1 when these two teams met earlier, but still had himself a very solid game, and a very solid game offensively for Davion Mitchell with 18 points on 7 of 15 shooting. But again, it's really just another late run by the Utah Jazz, which propels the Jazz to a win. They will face off against the Atlanta Hawks at 7:30 Eastern Time on Thursday. We hope to see you guys there on the live stream. It'll just be Blake on that one. But until next time, you guys have a great night. The Jazz win by a final score of 119 to 113.